Hello gentlemen, I may have found the very best performance dress shirt on the market today, but it's complicated. In this video, I'm reviewing proper cloth dress shirts. I've owned 5 of them over the last couple of years, and I'm going to judge them, review them based on the same criteria I always do for dress shirts. First is selection, and then sizing, and comfort, non-wrinkle performance, intangibles, and finally, value for the money. If you visit the Proper Cloth website, the sheer selection is impressive. There are hundreds of shirts overall, including flannels and casual options. And when you filter specifically for dress shirts, you'll still find a catalog with well over 200 styles. And this includes some very high-end fabrics like cashmere, cotton blends that are priced more than $300. And while those are undoubtedly nice, what I would recommend is using the site's filters, which are excellent and easy to navigate on the left-hand side. By narrowing the view to performance dress shirts or their non-iron stretch dress shirts, the selection becomes much more focused. In those categories, Proper Cloth offers 14 different color and pattern variations of their performance line and about 23 different colors and patterns in the stretch non-iron line. Now, if we're talking just about selection alone, no question, these guys get high marks. I give them an A+ grade based on their selection, and that's before we even talk about customizations that you can do. Okay, let's talk sizing, because this is where Proper Cloth really shines. A lot of brands, some of them who make great performance dress shirts, still only offer 4 or 5 standard sizes. You know, the small, medium, large, XL. And some brands offer more options. You can, pick your sleeve length and your neck size. But Proper Cloth is one of the few companies that goes beyond that and makes you go through and fill out a questionnaire. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes, but it starts with simple measurements and asking questions about how tall you are, your weight, your body type. And then they take that and they have this algorithm that basically spits out a precise size for you. I found that this is so great. You can really get a precise size. And once you save it to your profile, reordering becomes extremely easy. So I highly recommend this. It's like going to your own custom tailor, except it's all done online through their algorithm. And it only takes them a couple of weeks to turn around an order. And this is great because there are a couple of other companies out there that do something similar to this, but Proper Cloth, in my experience, has been the very best and the quickest turnaround. So A+ grade when it comes to sizing. You can dial it right in just the way you want it. Okay, let's talk comfort. If you're talking about the Proper Cloth performance shirts, the comfort level is like 9 out of 10. I would give it an A grade. It feels really good. There's the proper amount of structure and stretch. It's very easy and flexible to have this shirt on all day long. Made of 90% nylon, 10% elastane. It feels to me a lot like a Mizzen and Main shirt, if you're familiar with that brand, which I've always held Mizzen Main shirts in high regard. This feels very similar, which is a good thing. The only difference is with Mizzen and Main, keep in mind, you don't have those sizing options. And so in the case of Proper Cloth, I get the comfort level of Mizzen and Main, but I also have a better fitting shirt as well. So that's a good thing. So A grade if we're talking about the performance line of dress shirts. Now, if you're talking about the stretch non-iron shirts, that's a little bit different because those shirts are made of 95% cotton and I think 5% spandex. So it feels more like a traditional formal dress shirt, mostly cotton, kind of starchy feel, not as comfortable, but still better than like an old school Brooks Brothers shirt or Ledbury shirt. So I give it more of a B grade there, but again, a little bit more formal, a little more starchy, and that's not a bad thing if that's what you're looking for. Okay, let's talk non-wrinkle performance. If you travel at all, and even if you don't, everybody wants a non-wrinkle shirt. Nobody wants to iron, and I'm happy to report that both with the performance shirts and the non-iron stretch shirts, both lines did pretty well when it comes to non-wrinkle performance. Maybe not a 10 out of 10, but I would give them both an 8 out of 10. I would travel with both of these shirts. You're going to pull them out of your luggage, and you're not really going to have to iron with either of them. However, there is a caveat here. And remember at the beginning of this video, I said that there's some complications. Well, the white performance shirt, the all-white performance shirt, I would not recommend. That was the only shirt of the 5 that was really a disappointment. And one big reason was the non-wrinkle performance. For whatever reason, it's tough to get a white, non-wrinkle, comfortable stretch performance shirt. I mean, Proper Cloth is not the first company that struggled with this, but I would not recommend the all-white performance shirt. Go with the white shirt that has the 95% cotton, the stretch non-iron. I think you'll be much more happy. And that performance shirt also very transparent, which I don't like. If I'm wearing a white shirt, I don't like it where people could see my undergarments. And it was a very transparent shirt. Comfortable, it fit great, but transparent, and also terrible non-wrinkle performance with the all-white performance shirt. So stay away from that one. Other than that, I think Proper Cloth did a good job with non-wrinkle performance. Okay, what about intangibles? When I'm reviewing a dress shirt, I ask, hey, is there anything else about this brand or this shirt of why I would choose it? Something about the style, something unique. And in the case of Proper Cloth, the answer is yes, A++ when it comes to intangibles because of the customization options. There's so many ways you can customize these shirts. You want French cuffs? No problem. You want fabric accents? No problem. You can stylize your placket. You can pick your buttons. There's so many ways that you can customize these shirts. It's all done very simply through their website. You can walk through step by step. So A+ when it comes to intangibles with Proper Cloth. So let's talk value for the money, and then I'm going to summarize everything for you. First of all, these shirts run generally between $125 and $175, depending upon the options that you select. So a little bit higher price point, but I'm a believer that you get what you pay for when it comes to men's fashion. And in the case of Proper Cloth, you're getting a shirt that's going to fit perfectly right out of the gate. You have all of these customization options. I mean, if you're getting married or you have a special event, this could be by far the best shirt to choose. And I'll tell you what, I think it is worth the money. I would give it a B+ as far as value for the money. And you can sign up for their newsletter, and they do have sales, and occasionally you can find a good deal. You can use BRADBALL in the coupon code. I am an affiliate with these guys. That'll save you 10%, so that's an option as well. So again, you get what you pay for. Overall, if I'm summarizing everything, between the comfort, between the selections, the customization options that you have, between the non-wrinkle performance that you're going to have, with the exception of that one all-white performance shirt, but everything else, probably among the very best performance shirts that I've ever reviewed over the last several years. And so I highly recommend Proper Cloth. Check it out and pick one up if you can. As always, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them and I'll try to respond the best that I can. Thank you.